Hi, I'm Matt Sullivan, and thanks for taking a look at this video. Today I'm going to show you how to create a PDF for review in FrameMaker 12. I'm going to go through the setup of that real quick. Then we're going to go over to Acrobat, make sure that we can not only make annotations in Acrobat, but also enable the annotations in Adobe Reader. And then for the kicker, we're going to take that PDF file, transfer it to my iPhone. It is an iPhone 5S. And we're going to go to the Adobe Reader over there, make some comments, wrap that back around into my FrameMaker file by importing the PDF comments and then accepting those. So hang on, we're going to go through this kind of quick, so hope you enjoy it. Now what I have here in FrameMaker is just one of the user guide example files with FrameMaker 12. I'm going to go in here and save this thing as PDF. Now to do that, I want to go through and enable a couple of things. First of all, I want to make sure that my print setup specifies the PDF, the Adobe PDF driver. You want to go ahead and do that every time you create a PDF. It will give you your best chance of success. In fact, there is the Sundorn set print utility that's available for free if you want to download that. That makes it so that your default printer basically is set to Adobe PDF every time you start. Next, we're going to go over to the Save as Review PDF because this is going to allow me to choose Enable Commenting in Reader. Once I figure out where I'm going to put this, I'm just going to drop it to the desktop so I know where it's at. I'm going to call it ABC Systems so I know I can quickly get to it. And I'm going to hit Save. Now, the important thing in the PDF setup is in the tags. You want to make sure that you generate a tagged PDF, and you want to include everything inside of this list. Whether or not that makes the file bigger, we don't really care about. That's going to give you your best chance to get your comments back in the appropriate spot. So make sure you drag those tags over and make sure you make tags for everything. Within the settings file, I'm going to go ahead and view generated PDF in Acrobat so that I don't have to worry about going and opening it up manually. Kind of a nice touch. Also, I'm going to make sure that the CMYK option is chosen. I've had trouble in the past with choosing the RGB PDF. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Set. In just a second, the file opens up inside of Acrobat. It also gives me the Save As dialog box because it's going through and performing that Enable Commenting in Reader choice that we made earlier. Actually, I will put it into the Dropbox to make it a little bit easier to access on my, my mobile device. So I'll throw it in my Dropbox folder as ABC Systems. We'll go ahead and save that. Now in here, I'm going to go to my comment tools. I would suggest you use the sticky note and then the insert, the replace, and the deletion tools. When I'm commenting in PDF, I'm going to make sure I focus on three tools. I'm going to go with the insert, the replace, and the strike through tools. And then if you need to, I would also use the sticky note tool. And those are going to give you your best chance of success when bringing these comments back into FrameMaker. So I'm going to start by putting in a sticky note. I'm going to put that at the end of this paragraph. Then I'm going to find a place where I want to insert text. And now notice I put the space in after that because I want to make this as effective as possible when I go back over to FrameMaker. I'm going to hit Escape to get out of that one. So you can see my insert right there. In fact, if I zoom up a bit, let's go to perhaps 200%. Okay. I'm going to close out of that comment and then click and drag to get this over here. Let's go to our replace, and rather than typing in location, we're going to type in geography. So that kind of makes sense. And then of course the strike through would just indicate a deletion. So I'm going to save this PDF file, saved into my Dropbox location. So I'm going to open up my cell phone. Kind of nifty, I'm using a program called ScreenFlow 5, which lets me grab video of my cell phone as I'm using it. And I'm going to go into Dropbox. So inside of Dropbox, I've got a file called, you can see this is live here, we're doing the ABC Systems PDF. Now when I open that in Dropbox, currently in Dropbox there's kind of a little wag you need to do here. You need to, if this is going to open up from Dropbox into Dropbox's preview. This is a Dropbox thing, not an Adobe thing. They choose to do that. But you can instead go to the upper right hand corner. You can share and open with. Adobe Reader. Now once I've exported into Adobe Reader, I need to go access the commenting features. The commenting tools is the little text bubble with the pencil, third from the right at the top of the screen. Once the commenting tools come up, I want you to note that I use only the first, third, and fifth tools. The first tool is the sticky note tool, obviously. The third is the delete, and then the fifth is the insert tool. So first I'll put in a sticky note. For the remaining two, I'm going to highlight text and then choose the tool that I want. You can see that I can choose the strike through or the underline from the pick menu at the top. Next, I'll use the insert tool, positioning my cursor where I want it. Throw in a little piece of text here. I want to be accurate with that because this will be going back over to FrameMaker, so I want the most accurate insertion and text that I can have to make it as automatic as possible when I get to Frame. Now that I'm done with my editing, I just have to send this file back to my computer so that I can import the PDF comments from both the PC and from mobile into my FrameMaker file. Because I'm working on a Macintosh, I can just use the AirDrop feature to send it directly to my Downloads folder. And here we are back in FrameMaker. I'm going to choose the Import PDF Comments. And the next thing that comes up is a window explaining what's going on with the PDF comments. You want to read through this. There's some good advice here. This is why I'd recommend going through a test file first before you do a live review. You wouldn't want to have to go back and review a large chunk of PDF again just because you missed something like making it a tagged PDF or you didn't save it properly after doing the commenting. Once I'm sure that that's going to be okay, I'm going to go ahead and click yes. I'm going to go out and identify my PDF file. I can choose to bring in all comments, which I'm going to do, but if you have trouble with that first import, if you don't really like the results, you could limit it only to the more predictable insert, delete, and replace comment types. You can see that I've gotten something like 6 comments that were successfully imported. None were misplaced, none failed. Those are the important ones to keep track of. Now, if you don't already have the commenting or the track text edits tools visible, mine are directly below the menu bar. You're going to find those under the View Toolbars Track Text Edits option. And one of the most important tools that we've got is this green arrow in the middle of the buttons. That's going to find the next edit to track and to work on. Because this one finds a sticky note, it's actually a marker that was placed in my document rather than the physical sticky type note. And you can see in the marker dialog box that I can grab that text and do what I need to with it. It puts the text in the right part of the document, but it doesn't give me anything I can really work on. This is good for general comments. Once I'm done working with that, I can click one of my other tools. In this case, we can go with the Find Next or Accept and Find Next, and that's going to take us to the addition of text. So the word quickly is going to be inserted right here. I can go ahead and choose the Accept and Find Next. And the next thing that is highlighted is the delete. So if I want to hit the delete, I can accept and find next, or I can reject and find next if I don't want to do that. Going through some of the other markers, we can find some other sticky notes giving us general information perhaps, or perhaps just a comment from someone who didn't understand how to best do the commenting. Moving all the way through my corrections, addressing each as needed with the commenting toolbar. I can always stop and do things manually, but my goal is to do as much as possible based upon the work of the subject matter experts, and that's what's really going to speed up the process. And you can see how clean that process was. I hope this has helped. I hope you can see how easily you can put a PDF review into place with a FrameMaker dock, especially with FrameMaker 12, and also how you might now include mobile PDF review as part of your workflow.